Seth Rogen is Canadian, but I think he's from Vancouver. Been cooler if he was from Toronto. But
if North Korea actually has it and did hack it, then if they were to release it, I'm sure it would be a different version of the. Kim Jong would be the star. They'd have the real Kim Jong Un in there. But
yeah, that's true. They could change a few scenes.
Yeah, in the end, he wouldn't. He'd be the hero, and he wouldn't get killed or anything.
The idea, though, also Obama's premise there that North Korea is really offended by a satire movie. Just look at like Dennis Rodman. Like, how could that guy, the guy that runs North Korea's favorite player, be Dennis Rodman? His whole career is like a rebel, like satire. Like, you know, he's like a guy that like wears women's dresses and he was like a crazy player, you know, in the NBA.
Was he the tranny basketball player?
Yeah, Dennis Rodman. Like, how could you have that as your favorite player and then you're offended by a comedy movie? That part doesn't make sense. Because, like, just Dennis Rodman himself is, if you were a conservative, he'd be very offensive. Like, that, to me, that shows you that Kim Jong-un is not conservative. If Dennis Rodman is actually considered his friend.
Yeah, he's probably the most flamboyant basketball player in the history of the NBA. And that was his whole shtick. I mean, the guy could block, he could rebound, but he wasn't like a high point scorer like a lot of the All-Stars were. He was an all-star just on rebounds and blocking. So, but he was known for his flamboyancy, showing up in multicolored hair, weird outfits. I don't know if he actually ever showed up in a dress, but some of the outfits did look a little feminine.
No, he did. That was it was a publicity stunt. Like, Dennis Rodman is known for publicity stunts, and that was how he released his biography. He showed up at the release in a wedding dress. I remember.
Yeah.
A woman's wedding dress. Yeah, and he would change his color like every week, his hair color every week. And what was his other movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme? He's a weapons dealer. I remember that one too. Double Team, I think.
Yeah. There's one never to see again. God. Double Team.
But they're probably watching in North Korea. And even Kim Jong-il was apparently a Disney fan, right? He's a Disney movie fan.
Oh, Disney's horrible. I found Disney movies to be the worst. Until they got, like, stuff with garbage I didn't think
cutting out a bit.
Yeah, we see. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, it was better now. Yeah, you're cutting out there.
Yeah, just snap back.
Yeah, we may have to reconnect the call. We got less than a minute till break, so.
Exactly. Oh, guess what? We have some.
I just hope there's not a war. What were you going to say, Mike?
Oh, yeah. I was going to say we have some bad news as of January 1st. The CIA are going to check your cell phones and computers and everything else by January 1st.
I said, we've had such terrible loss.
Yeah. After the break, we'll come back and we'll talk about that one.
And they made that decision to pull, and then we watched the building collapse.
You don't want to know. The whole building just collapsed on us inside the lobby.
Is that a secondary explosion?
Yes, it was.
That was the planet problem?
Yeah, definitely secondary explosion. But we was inside waiting to go upstairs, and on our way upstairs, the whole...
So, you want the news and information without the hate, the hype, the fear. Well, you've come to the right place. You can support Truth Frequency Radio by spreading the word on social networking sites like Facebook, Twitter, or your favorite forums. Want to take Truth Frequency Radio on the road? Listen on your iPhone, Android, BlackBerry, or other mobile devices. Want more than just the free stuff? Sign up for a VIP membership for as little as $4 a month and get super high-quality downloads, member-only content, and instant access to your favorite shows without the wait. It's only through your loving support that we're able to cover the cost and continue broadcasting. So now, stay tuned for more Free Speech Radio right here on the Truth Frequency Radio Network. KTFRN, worldwide.
What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order.
What if what they really want is for us to herd children in the stadiums like we're doing? And put soldiers on the street and have Americans looking over their shoulders? Bend the law, shred the Constitution just a little bit. Because if we torture him, General, we do that, and everything that we have bled and fought and died for is over. And they've won.
Welcome back to Angry Beaver Radio here on truthfrequencyradio.com, and we are broadcasting live from the globalist-occupied country, formerly known as Canada. And Michael, I think you were going to go into a new subject here.
Yeah, I heard as of January 1st, the CIA are going to conduct surveillance on your all your media outlets like Twitter, Facebook, and other sites like that, and hack into all your information and keep track of you as of January 1st. So beware. So I don't know if we should actually be using Facebook or anything like that, because if you download the app, they want all this information. They got a list of information they want from you: your identity, your phone conversations, your everything they want from you. So I don't think it would be a good thing to actually download that app, and even Twitter. They want all your information as well. The best apps that you should get are the ones that don't ask for any information, like Infowars.com and Truth Frequency Radio don't want any of your information. So these are the ones you should go for, not the other ones that have a big list of everything that they want from you, all the information. If you press accept, that means you accept them into your life and into your whatever you're doing. So don't download those apps at all.
Well, speaking of Truth Frequency Radio, if folks go over to truthfrequencyradio.com, they will see that there is a chat room. There's been a chat room for a while, but there's a new chat room. It's been revamped and is quite sharp looking. And folks can join in the chat. Now, I don't know if any of you guys visit the chat. I do when I'm listening to other shows. Sometimes I'll listen to the chat. A lot of times I'm listening to the Truth Frequency Radio on TuneIn, on the TuneIn app. If anyone out there has TuneIn, just look up Truth Frequency Radio and the station will pop right up and you can listen to us on TuneIn. But one thing I have to admit is I'm never in the chat when we're on air. And it's just because, the more tabs and windows I have open, the slower the computer gets. It affects quality. So I just try to keep as many tabs and windows down to a minimum. But, yeah, I mean, a lot of folks can go over there. You can talk to other listeners in the chat room and check it out. And if you see me, I'll be in there, Angry Beaver. You'll see the Angry Beaver picture. But again, I'm never in there during the show. We should start getting somebody, maybe one or two of the hosts here could sit in the chat during the show and respond to any questions that people put in the chat.
Yeah, I'll have to sign up.
Yeah, now there's another thing. There's this Facebook exodus going on. I don't know what the date is. I think it's January something, maybe January 15th. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's January 15th or 31st or what the exact date is, but there's a Facebook exodus. I'm not sure who started it, what's surrounding it, but there's a lot of censorship on Facebook. If you go on Facebook, you're talking into a box to yourself. Doesn't matter how many pages you have, how many likes those pages have. You maybe used to reach 20, 30, 40, 50 million people a week 3 years ago. And now those same pages reach, maybe a combined couple thousand. Unless you pay Facebook money. So people are just, whether it's their own pages or their own Facebook account, are just saying, screw it, I'm leaving. Screw this place. They're just selling all your private data and all this. And many are heading over to, there's this one that I joined called Sue, TSU, like tsunami. TSU.co is the website. It is a social media platform. Looks very much like Facebook. You have a wall. You can upload pictures, share links, and that kind of stuff. But I noticed in the feed, people aren't getting censored. My news feed shows up in chronological order, in the order of which my friends and contacts posted them in. My friends and contacts do not have to pay money in order for me to see their post. They just got to be my friend, which is the way Facebook used to be years ago. So you can check me out. If you want to find me on Facebook, you can go to tsunation.co/Randy Leahy and join up. And one thing I was going to mention to the people exiting Facebook, I would recommend leaving the account open and just leave it dormant. Like, you don't have to go on there and use it all the time. Go on there once a month and just say, hey, I'm over here at Sioux Nation or whatever other social media platform other than Facebook and Twitter that you've decided to migrate to. What I'm saying is, instead of leaving Facebook, just use it to funnel your friends and users over to the new social network that you have moved to. Use it as a tool to kill them with. So use Facebook against Facebook to hurt.
Hey, John, who's brought out the TSU? Would you be able to mention the person who set that up or the group?
No, I don't know. I know that they have. It's basically revenue sharing. They split a portion of their ad revenue with the users. So the more popular and better your posts do, they'll share some ad revenue if there is any ad revenue in there. So that kind of gives them an incentive not to censor anyone. They want popularity, so it's a little bit different system. But I switched over because other members in the alternative media had I noticed them posting links to their new account, so I decided, okay, I'm joining up. And when I went over there, I connected it to my Facebook account and found that close to 100 of my Facebook friends were already on Sioux Nation, tsu.co. And so I've already started to add a bunch of them as friends and start networking on that. I'm not saying this is the next great big thing, but we got to try something. I mean, even Gary Franchi had the rtr.org, had a social media platform. I think it's still around. It's similar to Facebook, but he's not going to have the censorship. And I think even InfoWars has one, the Prison Planet forum. I can't remember what it's called. They've got a social media platform, not as popular as I guess we hoped it would be.
Yeah, for me, I just joined up just last week, and I think it's a great forum to get the word out without being censored. And I think Facebook will suffer for it eventually down the road. And I think for now, I think it's a great idea because Zuckerberg he basically called everybody that uses Facebook a bunch of effing idiots at one time.
Yeah, I think he called them a bunch of dem effers.
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Efferberg himself.